Unit 6. The Judiciary. Keywords. To consist of. To nominate. To confirm. Controversial. Defendant. To strike down. To forbid. To require. To allow. To deal with. Violation. Dispute.
The Judiciary. Article 3 of the Constitution says that the judicial power of the United States shall consist of one Supreme Court and such other courts that the Congress may establish. At the first meeting of Congress, the Judiciary Act of 1787 established 3 levels of federal courts: the Supreme Court, the U.S. Courts of Appeal, and the U.S. District Courts. The Supreme Court consists of 8 associate justices and a Chief Justice. The justices are nominated by the President for a lifetime term. They must be confirmed by the Senate. Only a small number of cases are referred to the Supreme Court, and the Court chooses which cases it thinks it should review. Some of the most famous and controversial decisions of the Supreme Court are Marbury v. Madison, 1803, gave the Supreme Court the power to cancel federal and state laws that are inconsistent with the U.S. Constitution. Brown v. Board of Education, 1952, ended racial segregation in public schools. Gideon v. Wainwright, 1963, ruled that a defendant has a right to an attorney, even if they cannot pay for one. Miranda v. Arizona, 1966, established that before a person is questioned about a crime, they must be read their rights, which include the right to remain silent. Loving v. Virginia, 1967, struck down a law that forbade interracial marriage. Roe v. Wade, 1973, gave women the right to have an abortion. United States v. Nixon, 1974, required the President to give over information that might relate to a possible crime. Obergefell v. Hodges, 2015, allowed same-sex marriage. The federal judicial system includes 13 courts of appeal, also called circuit courts, that consider appeals on decisions made by district courts. There are 94 district courts throughout the states and 3 territorial district courts. All federal judges are appointed by the President for lifetime terms. The states also maintain judicial systems, but the method of appointment of judges differs from state to state. About half are appointed by the governor or the legislature, and about half are elected by the voters. And there are municipal courts that deal with matters such as traffic violations, domestic violence, and rental disputes.